Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. It is good to be back with you guys. Most of you know, some of you know, had some family stuff going on, some personal stuff going on, had to take care of that. But it is good to be back online. Schedule should be back to business as usual. And a lot's gone on in the couple of days that I've been away. Tennessee got their quarterback. We did the impromptu live stream regarding that news, and you can say what you want about Joey Aguilar. There's a lot of debate. There's a lot of back and forth out there. We'll see how it plays out. It's going to be a straight-up quarterback competition this coming fall. They didn't bring Joey in as a clear-cut starter, but they also didn't bring Joey in to sit the bench and not compete. Look, he was likely to be QB1 at UCLA before the Nico drama played out. And, you know, everybody wants to compare it. Everybody wants to call it a trade. If that's what it is, did we win that trade? No, we didn't. We didn't upgrade from Nico to Joey Aguilar, but we went out and we got the best available quarterback in the portal. A lot of people out there talking about the quarterback from Notre Dame who ended up at Syracuse. And look, Tennessee evaluated him as well, but Tennessee felt that Joey Aguilar was the better option in the portal. He threw for over 3,000 yards in both of his seasons at App State, almost 4,000 yards in 2023, threw for 56 touchdowns in those two seasons. And I get it. Everybody wants to point to the elephant in the room, and that's the fact that he threw 24 interceptions in those two seasons. Can Josh Heupel improve that? We're going to find out. Look, he's a gunslinger. He's a playmaker. He likes to throw the ball down the field, and sometimes he should live to fight another day. Does Josh Heupel's offense help that, or does it hurt that? We're going to find out. I've talked about him before. He's athletic. He's a competitor, man. He likes to play. He likes to play physical. He doesn't mind contact. He's not a running quarterback. He's not going to run 10 to 12 times a game, but he can make plays with his feet. He's good at throwing on the run. He gets the ball out quick. So Tennessee has their quarterback. Now, where does Tennessee go at wide receiver? We know they need to add at least one, if not two, wide receivers. And I've got some good news for you guys, but I've also got some bad news for you guys. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. But first and foremost, I need you guys to help me out and do that YouTube stuff. Just smash the thumbs up. If you're watching on your phone, your TV, sign into your Google account, hit the thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe. It helps the channel. Also, you can click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Right now, live every Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We play EA Sports College Football, but we also talk all things Tennessee football. We'll talk portal chaos, expectations, just a good time, laid back, chill stream. So come join us for that. And if it's your first time here at the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts or insiders. What we are is exactly what you guys are. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it and want to help out, you can also hit that join button down below. It's $1. $1 a month to be a member of this channel. You keep the lights on. You keep us talking Tennessee football all day, every day. So I told you, we got some good news and we got some bad news. So I'm going to give you guys the bad news first, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some positive news that's out there. But look, there's several guys that entered the portal that Tennessee was targeting, that Tennessee was scheduled to have on campus, and one of those was Miami wide receiver Nye Carr. He's a guy that Tennessee recruited out of high school. Tennessee was actually scheduled to have him coming on campus soon, but you can see the tweet on the screen. He is withdrawing his name from the transfer portal and returning to Miami. Now, we're going to see a lot of this, right? We've seen it with some of Tennessee's players. They enter the portal. They see what's out there. Maybe the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Maybe Miami gave him a raise. Maybe Nye Carr got what he was looking for. But as far as Tennessee's concerned, he will not take that visit. He will not be at Tennessee. Now, another guy that we were talking about as a potential visitor, as a potential target for Tennessee, and that is Trayshawn Hurry. You can see the graphic on the screen. He was from San Jose State, 6'2", 194 pounds, originally from California, had 28 catches for 482 yards and 2 touchdowns last season. The last 2 seasons, he had 57 catches total for 866 yards and 3 scores. Now, this is also another guy that was scheduled to make his trip to Tennessee, but he committed to Louisville before he ever took that trip, so he will not be coming on campus. That is another one that the recruitment is shut down. The recruitment is over, and you kind of wonder with these guys. Of course, Nye Carr may be a different story, electing to withdraw his name and stay at Miami, but you kind of wonder here with the guy from San Jose State if maybe he didn't have the confidence that he was going to be the top take for Tennessee, right? Tennessee's going to have several wide receivers on campus. Maybe he goes through the process. Maybe he likes what he saw at Louisville and just wanted to shut it down because he didn't know if he was going to be that guy by the time he took the visit to Tennessee. Another guy I want to talk about is a potential target, and this was on Twitter. This came out from Star Thomas, Tennessee running back that just transferred in this past cycle. He tweets out, baller. Pete Nako says, Cal wide receiver Jonathan Brady is entering the transfer portal. Multiple sources tell On3 Sports. Now, this is just recent, so not a whole lot of news out there regarding Jonathan Brady. Is Tennessee going to be involved? Nothing out there because he just recently went into the transfer portal. Now, he spent 2 seasons at New Mexico State before transferring to Cal, played in 28 games, started 21 of those games, totaled 61 receptions, 934 yards, and 7 touchdowns before transferring to Cal. Last season, he had 36 catches for 386 yards and 3 touchdowns. But it's always interesting when we see the Tennessee players getting involved here. So that's a name I'm going to keep an eye on and see if Cal wide receiver Jonathan Brady is interested in Tennessee. Now, I ask you guys, as we're going to take a look at probably the most realistic opportunity that we've got in the portal to add a wide receiver, are you looking to add one? Or are you looking to add 2? If you add 2 wide receivers, do maybe some of those young guys like Radarius Jackson, do Travis Smith, do maybe they not get the opportunities that they think they're going to get? So do you maybe just look to add 1 to try to keep that room chemistry where it's at right now? So put it in the comment section. You looking to take 1 wide receiver, or are you looking to take 2? Now, this is what I think Tennessee's most realistic option at the wide receiver position. We've talked about him a little bit before. That's BYU wide receiver Keelan Marion, 6 foot, 195 pound senior, 1 year of eligibility remaining. You can see there on the screen, Hayes Fawcett tweets out the graphic. BYU All-American transfer wide receiver kick returner Keelan Marion is currently set to visit these 4 schools, he tells On3 Sports. Arizona State already taken that trip. He's at SMU right now, going to be at Miami on April the 25th, and then Tennessee on April the 26th. Now, that says schedule subject to change. As far as I've seen, that is still the schedule. He's already gotten offers from SMU, Miami, Arizona State, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Florida State, Baylor, West Virginia, Virginia Tech, Wisconsin, and also Tennessee has offered. And now, again, you see there the visit scheduled for Tennessee on April the 26th. 2 seasons at Connecticut before transferring to BYU, had 28 catches, 474 yards, 5 touchdowns as a freshman, only played in 3 games that next season. 2 seasons at BYU, total 44 catches, 562 yards, and a touchdown. But again, we talked about his special teams ability, 18 kickoff returns, 472 yards, and 2 touchdowns, high-end speed. Now, I did find a scouting report. Somebody did go over it on 3 and break down his college film, right? They broke down what he did at BYU. This is that scouting report. It says Keelan Marion played primarily outside receiver with some slot usage in BYU's RPO spread scheme under offensive coordinator Aaron Roderick. Goes on to say most action came in the quick game on screens. Get the ball in his hands. He shows acceleration and the ability to run by defenders when there is space. I think that's huge. I think that's crucial. I know at times under Joe Milton, we threw that quick stuff to the side so much it got exhausting, but how much of that was a lack of confidence in Joe to run the offense? But those little quick hitters on the outside are also a big part of Josh Heupel's offense. That forces you to stay true and be out in those wide splits. So is Keelan Marion a guy that could come in and be valuable there, get the ball in his hands, and let him go use that acceleration? Says he really shows up as a kick returner when he can find a crease and hit another gear. Was used as an extension of the run game on jet sweeps where his acceleration can be highlighted. Goes on to say he is an older wide receiver product who still needs to polish in route running, but brings a gadget skill set to the table. The Big 12 transfer can create a schemed up touches, screens, jet sweeps, reverses, and has the long speed to potentially be a vertical weapon. I like the sound of this guy. Biggest value is on special teams where his long speed was put to good use as a returner. When there is space created, defenders can be in trouble. Versatile outside receiver with positional versatility who has some big play pop with the ball in his hand. So, again, that is a scouting report from on3.com. But, again, I think this is our most realistic option. Now, who's our biggest competition here? Because you're looking at Tennessee and also Miami getting those last 2 visits. Pete Nakos put out an update and said a top wide receiver and kick returner in the portal. Keelan Marion is scheduled to arrive on his Miami visit on Friday. The BYU transfer is also scheduled to visit SMU and Tennessee, visited Arizona State on Tuesday, called his recruitment a crowded competition. So if this is about dropping the bag, does Tennessee drop the bag? And you have to look at the money. You have to look at the money that Tennessee saved by the so-called trade between Nico and Joey. Is this a guy where they can go and spend that extra money? I think he is our most realistic option in the portal, again, scheduled to be here in a couple of days. What are your thoughts on the transfer portal chaos? Visits getting canceled before they even take place. But again, the priority to me is Keelan Marion. Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. You can go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Also, shout out to the members of the channel. If you have a Power T beside your name in the chat or in the comment section, we appreciate your support. You want to fix that, hit that join button down below. Again, it's only $1 per month. All the links are in the description to do that stuff. That is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.